Who schedules a beta test to coincide with Mercury retrograde? This idiot right here. Tachyons emanating from the Antarctic must have blocked my view of the future, because an unforeseen problem is causing delays in our plans. Thank you to everyone who signed up for the beta testing. I promise I'll have updates for you as soon as possible. Let's get to some quick news. Okay, does everyone here know the story of Watchmen? I hope so. It's one of the greatest graphic novels ever produced. Maybe you saw the Hollywood adaptation in 2009. Note, if you've only ever seen the movie, go read the comics. If you have read the comics, go read Kurt Vonnegut's Sirens of Titan and tell me there aren't a whole hell of a lot of similarities. I documented a bunch of them back in one of my earliest blog posts called The Infundibulated Man. Anywho, you should know this story because it is not only amazing reading, but we seem to be living its plotline. Let us examine how it syncs with our entire week's worth of news. Watchmen starts off with the death of the comedian. We just had the death of Charlie Hebdo comedians in Paris. Note this newspaper from Watchmen about a shooting rampage. Next, the conspiracy that took out the comedian sets its sights on Dr. Manhattan, the only truly superpowered character in the book. Well, Michael Schott points out that fitness icon Greg Plitt just died. He's literally the body of Dr. Manhattan. Plitt died the day before MLK Day. John McGuire writes, "Did anyone else find it mildly ironic, maybe perhaps even synchronistic, that American Sniper, quote, shattered box office records on the holiday weekend of Martin Luther King, a man whose crown chakra was shattered by a sniper's bullet?" Lauren Coleman connected the new Selma movie and the Sniper movie as resonating with MLK and JFK respectively. Let us not forget that, in Watchmen, the comedian is literally the sniper on the grassy knoll. Okay, next thing that happens in the story is that Dr. Manhattan travels to Mars, which was a point addressed in the recent State of the Union.
Pushing out into the solar system, not just to visit, but to stay. Now, last month we launched a new spacecraft as part of a re-energized space program that will send American astronauts to Mars.
Obama also challenges Russia in his State of the Union, which reminds us that the Watchmen story is set amongst a backdrop of impending US war with Russia. Much is made of who controls energy markets, and here again, we have our current fiscal war playing out with manipulated oil prices and the petrodollar.
Fossil fuels, oil, nuclear power are like a drug, and you gentlemen, along with foreign interests, are the pushers.
Now listen.
No. You listen.
The plotline hinges on an impending missile crisis.
In all likelihood, nuclear holocaust. If the United States and Soviet Union engage in all-out war, the resulting blast wave would produce a sudden burst of tachyons, particles which travel backward through what you perceive as time.
This crisis is averted through a complex conspiracy involving utilizing unwitting artists to create nightmare scenarios. The artists are then killed off so they can never reveal the details of the plot. Now we have a real-life screenwriter penning a FEMA camp conspiracy movie, found dead with his wife and daughter. You may be interested to know the writer's name is David Crowley. Of course, this isn't the only story of mysterious suicides lately. Many of you have heard that a French police commissioner killed himself while working on his report of the Charlie Hebdo shootings. It gets weirder. Guillaume Simard shares this. That police commissioner who committed suicide had discovered the body of the guy he replaced, dead after a suicide 1 year before. We also have a similar story of Alberto Nisman, an Argentinian prosecutor who had been investigating the 1994 Buenos Aires bombing, who pointed fingers at Argentina's president, and who committed suicide hours before he was to testify in a congressional hearing about the case. Nisman's death has even inspired an I Am Nisman movement to parallel the I Am Charlie one from last week. And now, the author of Watchmen is making news, commenting on the Charlie Hebdo attack. Well, near the climax of Watchmen, there's this really cool giant cat that gets blown up. Now, you might be thinking that there's no way I'm going to pull out an exploding cat story, but wait for it. This week, a game called Exploding Kittens, designed by the cartoonist behind The Oatmeal, is making Kickstarter history. I keep correcting my Schrodinger's cat story, but now that we've got cats exploding, I don't even know what to tell you. Other than that, I will see you next Thursday.
Whoa, no, breaking news. This video was done, but, okay. Joanna Lenski shows us this article, The Doomsday Clock, which comes out of the Manhattan Project, which shows how close we are to global catastrophe. They just moved the Doomsday Clock forward 2 minutes to 11:57. Now this is really important, like this is mind-blowing because in Watchmen, the Doomsday Clock is the sort of framing device for the comic books. The cover to each chapter is an image of a clock face. The clock on the cover of chapter 1 is set at 12 minutes to midnight, and on the cover of each subsequent chapter, the clock is moved forward by 1 minute. The clock on the cover of the final chapter, chapter 12, is set to midnight. The master plan, the climax, takes place at midnight, New York local time. This is sync. This is sync, exactly. Enjoy your week.
This is great. Remembering which switches, which sequences. It's like the old instincts are imprinted on my fingertips. Dan, what's that? Down on our right. Tenement building on fire. Looks like people trapped there on the upper stories.